So here I am. This is Silent Hunter 5, and apparently this is another game they couldn't actually make right. I mean, they got all this accurate history stuff, but this boat doesn't even work history accurate. The maximum diving depth for this boat is 40 meters. This happens to be the one that Ubisoft told me, well, then turn to mods. So that's what I did. What I did is that I used information from my mod that I did and implicated it here. And it's just nothing more than an epic failure. I'll show you what I mean. That's right, the crash dive does work. I got it to work. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive. Now the crash dive is supposed to be about 70 meters down. And where we're at, we shouldn't really have a problem.
Tiefe beträgt 1,0 Meter.
Tiefe unter Kiel beträgt
Because we have plenty of room to work
2,
with. See what I mean?
Meter, Herr Karlein.
I hate these
Tiefe
cages.
beträgt
I hate this.
2,0 Meter.
I'm annoyed with this.
Dieselmaschinen stopp. Tiefe beträgt 3.
So we're going to go down to 70 meters and you got to see this. So here we are about 76 meters. Now where we're supposed to be at is 70 meters. And instead, as you can see, I'm at full speed and we're still sinking. It doesn't make any sense. What I'm looking at this boat and it's like impossible. Here's Silent running at 70 meters. Now you see it's still sinking. It's like, where did these people get their research? From some armchair idiot? Because I'm finding when I watched documentaries of World War II when I was doing my mod, and what I find is completely different than what is portrayed in the game. This is like another piece of junk boat that doesn't work right. And it makes no sense. Why would you go through all the trouble for history accurate and not make the boat history accurate at all? It's dumb. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to sink, because the way I got this boat set, I can go all the way down to the bottom until I implode. And it's like, which would be accurate that it could dive deep, but the ability to hold its depth isn't. I mean, yeah, you got this pump, that pump, all these pumps and stuff. That's nice. That's what the engineer's job is for. And apparently they're incapable of doing their job. So I don't even know what was going through somebody's mind, because it's just impossible. I mean, I don't get it. It's like, you know, why make a game and not make it right? And then when you try to turn to a form of modding to make it right, the game is in such a matter, it doesn't matter, because it's going to fail. That's like the one thing that made me mad about this thing is I was trying to sneak in to take a picture, and then for some reason when a destroyer came by, this boat suddenly had the urge to sink to the bottom, and then the minute it made contact to the ground, because I called an all stop, brought the speed down to 0, and we still sank and hit the bottom, and the thing instantly was destroyed. You can't get any more inaccurately stupid than that. It's ridiculous. It's like another group of idiots sitting there trying to come up with something, and they put in all this great work, and still it's a failure. I mean, I don't even think it's even really fair between this and Silent Hunter 4, because you go through all this trouble. Why not you just make it right instead of being stupid about it? So here we are at the start of the game. This drives me nuts. All this up here, because it's like no way to get rid of it. See, the one thing I don't like about this game is you have to be online in order to play this, and it's like I don't have all that to be messing around with it like that. So for the time I have on here, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So you start out, and then you hear the sad tales, woe is me, press gained into all this war thing, which is really, I don't recall any words in history in anybody in the German Navy quickly ready to surrender to the British with everything. But whatever. So they tell you that your first target is here. So we come over here, we see that our target is right there. Go to the periscope in the command room, click the periscope in the command room, do the hacks and download. Why would I want to die? I'm right here. I got a periscope that this is how it starts out. That makes it pretty clear, hey, I'm no longer a low silhouette. You can see me, hello. You know, it's like, you know, who thought this was cool? You know, that's like, this is probably very, very annoying feature. So I don't really see any point in opening a periscope. So the only thing I see useful here is the deck gun. A deck gun that seems everybody thinks is some sort of a flak gun, and it's an 88 gun, and somebody wants to, oh yeah, those things flak. You know, I saw the actual World War II Germans using this deck gun, and they were loading 88 rounds, the shells that they use for the 88 artillery guns, and popping boats with them. The difference between the two is it's got a shorter barrel, and it's a smaller gun, but it still uses an 88 nevertheless. So we're going to sink him with this. Okay, now that he's done, I figure, how in the world you do that? Because maybe trying to fix the settings to get the boat to work right may not work, but the other stuff to get the other equipment to work right, that actually seems to work, kind of.
Boot auftauchen.
So now we'll go ahead and carry on with this next objective, which is to come here, and this is going to be cool. Okay, click on him. Now this isn't too bad because unlike the Silent 4, I don't have them loud gauges, just have gauges here that I can work with. It's just I'm used to the rudder control. This drives me nuts. I don't really care for this at all. So we'll go ahead and get through this.
Batterien beschädigt! Druckkörper schwer beschädigt!
Now you heard that, right?
Seerohr beschädigt!
Now,
Wassereinbruch!
on my settings, they're set so that this boat can respond to damages like it's supposed to, and that's what it does. So for those of you who've been sunk and have never seen it, this is what it looks like when you take on water. See, this is what you don't get. I know there's a lag in it, but it's connected to the internet. What did you expect? Because my system meets the requirements for this game, and apparently it's just not enough. So here's what it looks like. This is what it looks like when your boat is damaged and it's taken on water, when the settings are right. Now, this does it every single time. So when I see the old settings, I think what it is to cover this damage up so that you don't know that it happens when you leave. Because this will be the only time it does it, and it won't do it anymore after this. So I don't know, maybe this thing is somehow magically attached to something, like one of those invisible holders that you use for model boats and planes, and then you break away from it. So we'll take our lagging butt over to the next location. Okay, so here we come across enemy ships. There's no diving right now with these damages because all I'll do is sink to the bottom. So we're just going to go ahead and take them out here.
Torpedotiefe eingestellt auf 3 Meter. Rohr 1. Los!
I think that thing's gone now.
Ziel erfasst.
Here's our next target.
Ziel erfasst. Torpedotiefe eingestellt auf 3 Meter. Torpedotiefe eingestellt auf 3 Meter. Rohr feuert 2.
So we're going to see who hits what.
Torpedotreffer.
There we go. Then after we're done with that, we're going to, because whatever I don't hit, I'm just going to have to take out with the deck gun.
Torpedotreffer! Wassereinbruch!
There's the next one. So apparently you can't get the boat to work right, but you can be able to fix the weapons so they'll work like they're supposed to. Because really, the way the game has got it, you have to dump all 4 of your rounds into one ship. And you can see the ships ain't that big, so they ain't got that right either. But you can fix it though. So here comes the next one. See if I even got it aimed off right to make a hit.
Rohr 2, bereit! Torpedotreffer!
This drunk binocular thing we got going. So we'll put another one in on that and then get going.
Wassereinbruch! Torpedotreffer!
Oh, that looks like that's done.
Wassereinbruch!
Okay. What they're screaming about is that it's flooding, so I'm going to keep going and start plotting the course back to Kyle. If the boat makes it, the boat makes it.
Bereit!
If not, it doesn't. Then this thing is over with like right now, because this is the result of poor engineering design. And, you know, this game needs a patch too, and I don't see that happening either.